Hello. Looks like we're back on, man, tonight. And hey, listen, this is Take It to the Throne. I am the man of the hour, Alan the Bishop. Some people like to say my last name, Hall. It's okay. Let me share something with you guys. First of all, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well on this Tuesday night. Um, it's about 9 o'clock where I'm at, and it's a different time somewhere else. I just want to come on and drop a few things for you. The title is "Are We There Yet?" Okay, the title is "Are We There Yet?" And I kind of just want to talk about that. Are we? Where are we? What are we doing? How 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 are we feeling? I'm hearing a lot of people talk about mental health, and that's a good thing. But I can tell you this: that mental health is something that we definitely need to talk about. But when I was growing up, mental health was like, man, you better get your stuff together. Get yourself together. Get up and stop being weak. So that's how my dad talked to us. So mental health is a real thing. And people say it's in the black community a lot, yes, but it's also in every community when it comes to mental health. Are we there yet? I have other titles. I have another title talking about are we there yet? But see, I will put these titles together because it's never a one-time thing. It's always a ongoing thing. Are we there yet? Uh, I know y'all remember the movie with Ice Cube and Nia Long. Woo! That woman is the bomb. But you guys remember that. And our kids are always asking, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're always asking God, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And God is like, not yet, okay? Not yet. It's not time yet. Not yet. And so with mental health, I think this is my interpretation of it. Mental health is a real thing. It's a real deal. It's the real issue. But a lot of our issues, we must take responsibility of our own issues. Listen, hell, we're all mentally unstable. Do you know that? Are you hearing it for the first time today? That it's not just a group of people, but it's every single human being on the planet. Does that make any sense to anybody listening to this podcast tonight or going to listen to it tonight? You can leave a message later on and tell me if you liked it or if you didn't, or leave your comments. I got to tell you this: a lot of single mothers deal with mental health because they have no one else to lean upon except for their children, and their children are precious, right? In some cases, kids are crazy. Let's be real. I'm not gonna get my Christianology out here tonight and speak Christianese tonight. What I'm saying is, kids are crazy. That's a whole human being that's crazy. They got to eat all the time. They growing, they clothes. You got to buy them clothes all the doggone time, right? Then they talk back to you. Then they think you dumb, right? Then you ball your fist up. They threaten to call the police on you. But in my household, you better call the police. You better call the police. Because if you call them, they're going to take you today. That's all. That's what it is, okay? What am I saying? What I'm saying is, for those that's dealing with mental health, are we there yet? There's some responsibility I want you to start taking up over your life. I want you to start taking the responsibility that there are some things in your life that you've caused on your own. And it's not because of anything else, but decisions and choices you've made. And hear me, it caused mental health problems. Everybody has a mental health problem. But what level of mental health are you? If I've been in the war, I've seen people get shot, chest blown open, arms blown off, mouths blown apart, heads blown out, brains blown out. My mental health is at a higher level than yours, that you just can't pay your bills and you're having some struggle bringing extra money in. Two different levels, same subject, two different levels. So will we agree tonight that these levels are levels that some levels can be controlled and some levels really need the help? You need a group, a church group, a mentorship group, a group where you go volunteer and do something to get your mind off of it, not to be so focused on it. If y'all hear me sipping tonight, it's because, hold on, I have this fetish for Java Express Beverage Company, and I love them so much. I am there probably, I don't know, 4 times a week, and the iced drinks are the bomb. Now the one that I deal with is the one in Idaho, in Pocatello, Idaho. Love them to death. The girls are awesome. The guys are amazing, and they make the best drinks. They take their time. They make it, but they get it out in the right time, and the drinks are really good. So I want you to know something right now. This iced drink I have is called a white Carmelo. Oh my God, it's white chocolate, it's caramel, and I don't even know what else is in it. It doesn't matter. All I know is it makes me do that. So I'm gonna sip on it a little bit right now. Hold on. You hear that? Y'all hear that? Oh, that's the ice. I got whipped cream on top. Oh my God, it looks so good. Let me go ahead. The straw is calling me out. Oh, hold on. Oh my word. This is the business. Okay. Here we go. Are we there yet? I want to talk about mental health because a lot of people, man, we deal with mental health in different ways. I remember there was a time in my life. I was about 18 years old, about 17. You know, let's take it back. When I was in junior high, 8th grade, I want to say in my math class, I believe it was in my math class, a young man my age in 8th grade passed out in the classroom. He was having his heart exploded. We didn't know that, but he was dying in front of us. We didn't know it. His name was Kwame. Never forget Kwame. Nice guy, always, tall kid, but always a nice guy. And I got to tell you this. It rocked my world to see this young man on the ground like that, and the noises he made, everything that happened to him, it wrecked my life. It gave me a sense of my mental status was unstable. I became into fear came in, then depression came in. I remember my mother called the pastor, the preachers. She called no Catholic priests. My mother didn't trust Catholic priests. As you guys understand why, I was just a little boy. Okay. Called my pops, Big Stephen, my own dad, my stepfather, Robert Laverne was there, of course. He was raising me. She called my biological father, Greg, Charles Gregory. They all talked to me. My pops, Big Stephen, came. He even came down. Him and his girlfriend Lori at the time. I think it was Lori. It came down and no, it wasn't. That wasn't Lori. That's a whole different person. But he was willing to come down from where he was living and talk to me. My stepfather was like, "Man, you need to get over that. That it happens in life." You know what I mean? But I couldn't let the fear go. And for years, I thought to myself, when we found out how he died in the classroom, I thought to myself that I'm going to die just like that. And that fear was in my heart and mind. I was young. My mother prayed for me. The pastor prayed for me. Um, Neighbors came and talked with me. I mean, everything they could do. But it wasn't until I was ready to get over that fear that's when it changed my life. Now, it didn't change overnight, but let me tell you something. 16, 17, 18, I was in a very bad depression. The only thing that cheered me up was playing video games. I love to go to work. I went to work. Of course, I was a working young guy because you couldn't be in my father's house and not work. So I worked. I worked at Olive Garden. I worked at Sbarro's Pizza Eatery at Hilltop Mall in Richmond, California. That's where I was raised, born. I mean, not born in Oakland, raised in San Pablo. I mean, later in life, I was raised in San Pablo, Richmond. Went to De Anza High School. No, let's back it up. Went to Juan Crespi Junior High. My elementary was Bayview Elementary. When I lived in Oakland, I went to Garfield Elementary. Then we moved to San Pablo. Went to Bayview. We lived like literally 50 yards from the school. So we was there at that school, elementary, and Juan Crespi Junior High, and then De Anza High School, and then life started after that. I have to say, when I was about 18 years old, I went through some of the worst depression in my entire life. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what it came from. See, depression has a starting point. We don't realize it because we're just going through life, we're going through the motions in life, and then we just keep going. And at some point, there's a breakdown. There's something that happens, you just don't know where it came from, why it's happening, and how you're going to fix it. Oh my God, it took me a lot of years. I dealt with some type of fear and depression, off and on. Mom and dad argued every day. Every day there was an argument. Not violently, it was just my father was working man, military man, worked at the post office. My mom, ex-model, Ebony Magazine, working at Macy's and clothing stores and starting her own clothing store. She's doing little modeling jobs and opportunities she had to model and teach young girls how to model and young boys and stuff. But she decided to raise her family. So her little part-time job, she worked at Macy's, and she often went to San Francisco to buy Jessica McClintock dresses, so she can sell them in her store and all that. So all that was going on. But let me. I don't want to bore you too much, but this would happen. Depression. I didn't know where it came from. So I was 18, man. I had a real breakdown, and I mean a breakdown. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was having heart attacks. I felt like I felt like everything that happened. I mean, I felt it. It was real. It was not something that I imagined. It was real. The pain was real. The anxiety was real. Even when I was on dates, I didn't even want to tell the women I was with because I was, I was a ladies' man. Love the ladies. Doggone it. I love them ladies, boy. I love the ladies. But when I was at the movie theater, Hilltop Mall, seeing a movie, I started feeling like I couldn't breathe. Had to get up and act like I was going to the bathroom to get in the bathroom, put water on my face to calm my butt down. Eventually, I just wasn't even tripping no more. I just felt like this was going to be a part of my life. So after going back and forth to the hospital, they put me in I'm calling it a crazy wing at Summit Hospital in Oakland, California. There, they administered medication, they administered psychiatry, everything you can imagine. None of that stuff worked. It helped, but it didn't work. I was on medication. That didn't work. Notice again, it helped, but it didn't work. I then began to seek out something of a higher power. Because we went to church, we did all that, but we weren't taught to pray. So I grabbed my grandmother's Bible that was passed down to my mother, a very large Bible, big Bible. Some of y'all old folks know, and I'm becoming an old folk, but y'all know them big old Bibles. I'm opening up the Bible. I don't even remember what I was reading today, but I began to read the Bible and read it just to read it because I was crying. My younger brother, I think he was in the 11th grade or senior year, he played volleyball. I remember one night I was in my car. I had a 1975 Camaro, black vinyl top, rallied rims, regular 350 engine, vroom, pull out deck Kenwood, vroom. I missed that car. But anywho, I'm in my car just crying and reading this Bible. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I don't know what's wrong. I'm just losing it. I'm losing it. That went on for a few years. I was already smoking weed. I was drinking a lot. And drinking helped me during the time I was drunk. Alcohol and video games. And then I started working and hanging out with different people and, doing stuff like that. And I ran into some friends of mine who I made friends with. We called them the Poops, but they were the LaRues. Kevin and Jason LaRue. Their cousin Josh is my dog. His name is Josh Allen. He's my homeboy, my dog, my boy, man. We rode everywhere together. We did all kinds of stuff together. We was kicking it, man, out there. I had one of my best friends in the world, man, which is my brother, man. Sean White lived on the same block as me forever. We went out. We always was kicking it. But when I was not kicking it with Sean that much anymore, because I was working, he was working, we was doing all kind of things. I was out getting, drinking and smoking a lot of weed and kicking and doing all that. I ran to the LaRues and El Sobrani, El Saab. And I met some good friends there. We partied, we had a good time. There was some, and by me meeting them, this is something that happened. They started roller skating. They was going to Fairfield. They asked me to come with them. I went with them. I fell in love with roller skating. I started skating like there was no tomorrow. I couldn't afford to buy my own skates. So my dad had some skates he had, so I won't say since the 80s or 70s, late 70s, 80s. In his closet, I said, "Oh, can I use those?" Yeah, you can have them. So I grabbed those. As a matter of fact, I still got them. I'm looking at them right now. That was my first commitment to myself to get out and get busy, get a hobby. I started roller skating. People made fun of me. People started saying things about me. Oh, yeah, no, what are you doing? The one good thing about me was I was raised in a family where we danced. My brother, Zoe the Roaster, OG Tear Talk. My brother Zoe was a dancer, break dancer. He taught me how to break dance. He taught me how to pop lock, boogaloo. He taught me. So my rhythm, I got my training from my one of my older brothers, Lorenzo, Zoe the Roaster, OG Tear Talk. You feel me? And so I knew how to dance, and then I had these roller skates. I remember being in Fairfield at the Fairfield, I want to say up in North Texas Avenue. I don't think it's there anymore. The roller rink. Oh man, we was there every weekend, Friday, Saturdays. We was there every Friday and Saturday that we could be there. And it was me, Kevin, Jason, Wallace, Dave, Oh man, Wallace's dad was a skate guard there. Pops, we call him Pops. Um, Roxanne came with us a lot. I mean, I'm thinking Chrissy. I'm just thinking about all the girls. We was at the Fairfield one. What a fun time. Started going there to Fairfield. It got crazy over there. We start going to San Ramon to Golden Skate. That's where I met one of my other best friends in the entire world, my brother, man, Skip Villa. Going through all this stuff, still having all this depression. Really, I'm smoking weed, I'm drinking, I'm kicking it, man. I'm just trying to live life. I still would have some episodes where I felt like I couldn't breathe, man. Anxiety just set in on me. So, are we there yet? Are we going to get there yet? Yeah, we are. I don't want to bore you too long. It's been just a few minutes here, but also thinking of those things that happened to me. There was things in life that happened. There were some breakups. There was some relationships there. There was a lot of stuff going through that time. Making money, being on my own, being a roommate, not having enough money. All those different things was happening. Let me fast forward. I'm hanging with my buddies there in El Saab, all the El Saab brothers there. I forget the street we was on, but I just know that house was off the hook. Mom Teresa took care of us, made sure we ate. We had good. A lot of Diet Pepsi, I got to tell you that. We drank a lot of Diet Pepsi. We ate a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches. That's all I can say. A lot of ladies around at that time. We had a lot of ladies. I met one of my great friends. It was a girlfriend of mine, and we became great friends. Shannon. Shannon in Minnesota today, man, living life, man, with a beautiful son, man. Getting older and look like he's gonna have his pilot license. The LaRues and they moved to Jason and Kevin and Teresa, Mom Teresa, Roxanne. These guys moved out to Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky. They offered to bring us out there. I said, "Oh man, nah, I really want to go." So once they left, I was in San Ramon roller skating. Now I start working there as a skate guard. So I'm there a few days a week plus the weekend, and then I meet my buddy Skip. Man, I had some issues, living issues, and so after a stint, me and Skip kicking and hanging out, I had this white car that I bought from a good friend named Julie. I owed her some money on it. I just was young, dumb, and didn't have a lot of money, and I couldn't pay her. I think I paid her a couple of payments, and I couldn't pay her anymore because my hours was down, and I couldn't pay rent and that and that. I learned very quickly being a young guy. I think I was maybe 19, y'all, and started going to San Ramon, roller skating and doing those things and hanging out and kicking it. Just one of those things. I had a great time, y'all. I had a great time. I mean, a perfect time. Bunch of stories there. I'll finish these stories at a later date. Maybe next Tuesday. We'll see. Um, I'll tell you. I'll finish the story on how I beat depression and anxiety and fear, and how I beat and maintain, not even maintained, overcame mental illness to the degree that I had, which was in my mind, it was bad, horrible, worse you can get. So I don't want to keep speaking about it, but I hope I didn't bore you to death tonight. And I hope that if you hear some value in this podcast so far, I want you guys to share this. I want you to go ahead and post this and share this with somebody. But I guess what I want to also say is this. If you're dealing with mental health illness tonight, if you're dealing with depression and stress tonight, please do me a favor. I know everything, when you're feeling that way, everything looks so grim bleak, and this never going to happen, I want you to take a breath, sit down, put the broom down, put the mop down, turn the TV off. I want you to sit down in your favorite chair if you got one. Quiet area. Shut the kids up. Make sure they're okay. Get to yourself and say, self, it's going to be all right. Self, we're going to be all right. Self, we're going to be all right. Self, I'm going to make it. Self, you can make it. Self, God make you stronger than what you think you are. Self, keep pushing. Self, keep going. And then I want you to tell yourself to make time for yourself and make time for God. The problem is now we've made too much time for everybody else, helping them and their problems. It's time for you to fix you. Get yourself together. You know what happens after that? You attract what you are. You understand that? Level up. Get to the next level. Keep your head up. Stop slouching. Stop talking bad against yourself and your dreams and your goals. Cut it out. Stop doing that. You are greater than what you think you are. And God wants you to be greater than what people say you are. You are great. You are great in the eyes of God. But if you don't do nothing about it, God's not going to force you to do it. Go through the doors. Take the opportunity. And I want you to conquer mental health, these mental issues that you have. Everybody, remember, has mental health issues. But what level are you? We'll talk about that next time on Take It to the Throne. I want to tell you tonight, Friday night, we're going to be live on Facebook and YouTube channel. Okay, that's Alan DeBishop at YouTube. Okay, Alan Craig Hall or Alan DeBishop. You can look me up at on Facebook, Instagram. But we're going to be on all platforms Friday night. We're going to be honoring fathers. I'm going to have some great guests on there. We're going to be talking about fathers and, how important fathers are. What are our roles? What are the roles of the father and how we can accomplish things better together as a community of fathers, of men? Okay? Hey, also want to update you on this as well. There is a marriage retreat coming up. Well, it's going to be coming up in the fall, early fall. We're going to be talking about that. Oh, my God. At the end of, I think it's July 2nd. It's going to be July 2nd. I believe we're going to do that. We're going to do July 2nd, I believe. And we're going to be talking to Big Rich and Deanna, man. We're going to be talking to them live. I've been trying to get them live for a long time now. And they're going to be live on our video cast. So we're going to be doing live on Facebook and all that. And they're going to be talking to you guys about a marriage retreat. If you're interested, please leave me a message here at Podbean. I thank you guys for the donations and thank you for being a patron. Thank you for donating to the cause. And I thank you guys for that. And I'm glad you guys are on tonight. And I'm glad for those that's going to hear this later. Share, like, be a part of my community. If you feel like God has been speaking to you about being a part of something, this is it. Plant your seed here. Plant your seed here. We want to see you. Okay, God bless you guys. I'm going to see you next time on Take It to the Throne. Once again, I am your host. I am the CEO. I am the I am everything at Take It to the Throne. And I just want to say God bless you guys tonight, and we will see you later. We'll see you next Tuesday. We're going to continue on mental health, and we're going to be talking about how to conquer that. All right. God bless you guys, and I'm out of here. Thank you.